from building a new stadium
to being pioneers in NIL,
exploring new changes from a player's perspective,
and the community impact. We'll take you through the rise of USF football.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Z Sports. I'm Noah Vinsky.
And I'm Sofia Chepenik. USF football is set to play its final season in Raymond James Stadium.
I spoke with a USF football fan who shared her thoughts about this big change for the Bulls.
Suzanne Ward calls herself a USF superfan.
It's exhausting, but it's fun, yes.
Ward says she's only missed one USF football game since the team's founding in 1997. Her favorite game is considered to be one of the best in Bulls history.
It's cheesy, but it's the West Virginia game.
That game took place on September 28, 2007, a 21-13 Bulls win over the fifth best team in the country, the highest ranked win in program history. It also helped catapult USF from 18th to 2nd in the nation, USF's highest ever ranking to this day.
So that would really put us on the map, I think.
Ward has seen over 100 USF games at Raymond James Stadium. As USF is set to play its last season there, there's a few things she'll miss about the stadium.
The facilities. I mean, it's the beautiful facilities, having access to the clubs, and the seats are good and the food is good.
USF football's new home will be a $349 million on-campus stadium. It's set to open by football season in 2027. USF Athletics CEO Rob Higgins says he never thought he'd see the day USF football would play on its own campus.
I don't think when you look back to when I was a student that we could have ever even imagined having our own on-campus stadium. So to now have our 50,000 students be able to attend a home of their own when it comes to our USF football program, it's truly incredible and something that's been building for several years.
The stadium is set to host 35,000 people, has plans for a designated tailgating space and the longest outdoor bar in Florida.
It'll also feature an 8,000-seat section dedicated for USF students. University President Mose Lamayam says the stadium will add much to campus culture.
It's one of the best ways to engage our students and give them the best possible experience here.
When football season rolls around this August, the Bulls will take the field in a stadium they've called home for nearly 30 years for one final chapter. Reporting in Tampa, Noah Vinsky, Z News.
As players enter their last season at Raymond James Stadium, it's important to look back at how far the USF football team has grown from the players' perspectives. Reporter Sofia Celis gives us the details.
This upcoming season, there are a total of 48 new players on the field, most who have come through the transfer portal.
Now, more than half of the roster will include players who weren't at USF for the past season. Graduate student Tavin Ward explains how he builds a good relationship with his teammates.
I say they're coming along quite nicely. You just grab a guy, bring him on. Maybe it's bonding outside of here and just building that connection, whether it's on the field or off the field. So I'd say it's been going pretty good.
Along with an almost brand new team, the group gains a new coach, Brian Hartline, the 7th head football coach in USF history. According to Go USF Bulls staff directory, Hartline was considered one of college football's rising coaching stars. During a February press conference, Hartline explains how he chose players and what would fit best for the team.
And so that was the biggest emphasis for us, was not necessarily the best players, but the right players in building this. It's our job to maximize the athletes, both as people and as players. But if you don't get the right guys mentally and what they're looking for, it makes it really hard. It makes a lot of really good coaches, bad coaches pretty quick. So we put a hard emphasis on trying to find the best you can in the speed dating world of the right type of guys.
More recently, Hartline was a coach at Ohio State University for 9 seasons. USF senior Jair Murphy explains how he thinks Hartline is a great leader.
So I feel like he brings a different aspect as far as leadership, because he knows how to get to that place, and he basically guides everybody else to meet that standard and to get to, the standard of everybody making it to the league.
Although the 2026 season will be played at Raymond James Stadium, the team and its fans are excited to see how much of the environment and game will change being right on campus. A former player, Deshaun Rucker, tells us how campus life will have a positive change.
just from seeing how supportive the students were, going all the way out to Ray J to having it right there where they, sleep their heads. I think it'll be a lot more activity on campus going around and a lot more people wanting to feel, certain stations out there that are going to help the students have fun, do different things, and enjoy themselves while they go watch them play.
With National Signing Day coming up, it's expected to see an increase for the roster with class of 2026 high schoolers. Incoming freshman Ja'Kyrie Watson explains how the team makes him feel welcome.
And I was nervous coming here, but the guys that are already here and the transfers, we really bonded and got closer. So I feel like they teach me stuff that they learn from other schools or just stuff that I could take with my game and just being big brother figures to me. So it's been good to have them around.
If that was not enough, this program is celebrating its 30th year of football. Sofia Celis Avellaneda reporting for Z News.
Now, college football isn't just being played on the field. It's being built behind the scenes. I sat down with NIL directors and USF football players to see how they work together to shape their future. For decades, college athletes played for scholarships, for school pride, and for the chance to compete at the next level. But today, there's something new in the game.
NIL opportunities was huge in my decision just because, life after football, and you got to have some money in your pocket at the end of the day.
NIL allows athletes to profit from endorsements, partnerships, and their personal brands. And for many players, it becomes part of the decision-making process.
Now, recruits, when they come in, it's all about NIL. What are you doing for me from a rev share standpoint? What do you have for third party? What kind of brands can I work with? What kind of opportunities are there? If it's hey, you have a passion for podcasting, stuff like that, is that something that, can be supported by USF, that kind of thing? I would say it's completely changed recruiting.
When athletes are deciding where to play, it's no longer just about playing time or facilities. NIL opportunities and the support behind them are now a major factor in recruiting. For programs like USF, that means adapting quickly. Competing today isn't just about wins and losses. It's about resources, exposure, and opportunity.
I guess it's just easier just to maneuver in life, just having a little bit of more wiggle room. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get your next meal. And also, just the connections you get to make and the hands you get to shake and the people you get to meet.
When it first came out, I was sick. I can go get a free meal from somewhere because I'm a football player and not get in trouble for it. Because that used to be the whole thing is you can't accept anything for free. You're going to get in trouble or blah, blah. And then I realized I can do a brand deal and get some easy cash or represent a local business. And then it kind of just from there evolved to really big social media stuff to schools paying players.
Behind the scenes, NIL isn't just about deals. At USF, staff are working with athletes to understand contracts, branding, and financial responsibility.
I support them through whether it's negotiating deals, helping them edit videos, or just simply making sure that they are applying and doing NIL and all together. I just want to make sure that I'm there for them.
NIL doesn't just have to be about brand deals and making money. You can do a lot of good with NIL as well.
That education is critical because when NIL creates opportunities, it also comes with pressure.
I feel like the most important thing is keeping the main thing. You came here to play football, so you still got to watch your film, get your extra work in, but it's just a little less free time. Your free time, you have to worry about your future, doing deals, doing interviews and stuff like that, rather than, going out every second you get.
At the end of the day, performance still drives everything. The better you play, the more opportunities you create, both on the field and in the NIL space. For USF football, NIL is more than just an added benefit. It's a tool to compete. In a landscape where top programs have major financial backing, schools like USF are finding ways to stay in the game.
We're going to be the first group school, so the first non-power conference school to spend to the revenue share cap. So that'll be just over $20 million, and that's going all the NIL to rev share. No one else is even close within group schools, within our conference, anything like that. So that's what kind of allows us to get into the portal and get with those kind of power schools and really recruit high-end talent to USF.
As NIL continues to evolve, it's redefining what it means to be a student athlete. At the University of South Florida, that means building more than just a team. It means building a brand. Reporting in Tampa, I'm Sofia Chepenik.
After years of rebuilding, excitement has begun to build up around the USF football team. Reporter Ricardo Cuomo shows us how the team's newfound success is affecting the community.
For years, the narrative around USF football was one of potential, but little production. The stands at Raymond James Stadium often sat quietly following a stretch of disappointing seasons. But students say the silence has been replaced by a surge of green and gold.
I mean, you definitely see more interest in the team, more excitement around the team, but I think we're getting to a point where you're going to see an explosion of that in the next year or two.
It wasn't an overnight success. Between 2020 and 2022, the Bulls won only 4 out of 29 games. That drought took a toll on school spirit and attendance. But the hire of head coach Alex Golesh brought a fast-paced offense that did more than just score points. It recaptured the student body's attention. USF athletics officials say student support makes a difference most of the time.
When we have a full student section at Raymond James Stadium, it is a completely different environment. We had several crowds in the last couple of years of 8,000 to 10,000 students. So that's quite a scene, and it certainly brings a lot of energy and certainly gives us a home field advantage and boosts our players how they compete on the field.
That change isn't just happening within the team. Students across campus say they've started to notice a difference. For many students, football is about more than just the game. It's about shared experiences and building school pride. On campus, that growth is hard to miss. Students are taking notice, and school spirit is starting to build up again. As attendance and interest continue to grow, students say game days are starting to feel different. More fans are wearing school colors, and more people are talking about the team throughout the week. Student leaders say athletic success can play a major role in connecting students and building a stronger campus community.
Any new exciting development or anything that gets a lot of buzz around and gets a lot of intrigue around is just good for bringing in that community of all this USF alumni together, and then that kind of can expand community impact. I think that's where that big community impact comes from.
And USF fans have more to look forward to in the next few years. Set to open in 2027, the brand new on-campus stadium is the physical manifestation of the university's ambition. Student leaders say having a house of their own will finally remove the barrier between the classroom and kickoff.
Most of the students are around campus and live around campus, and instead of having to go downtown or whatever, a 40-minute drive away, it'll be here, so more people can support.
For many students, the program's growth represents a turning point for the university. They say success on the field helps create moments that bring the campus community together. The arrival of new head coach Brian Hartline has given USF fans more to be excited for, and they hope their recent momentum carries over to the new season. Athletics officials say a successful football program is the gateway to a renowned school.
It really takes a mechanism like successful athletics, playing in front of maybe 5 to 10 million people on national TV, and having that name known can help to elevate the whole presence of the university and the whole nation's knowledge of what is going on at USF. But to have that happen takes a community, right? And takes student support and takes everybody being on board to support the athletics and boost it up there and help us reach our goals.
In Tampa, Ricardo Cuomo reporting for Z News.
Students say the rising interest in USF football is helping restore school spirit, and they hope that momentum continues into future seasons.
Thank you for watching this special edition of Z Sports.
We'll see you next time.